Kia ora, welcome back everybody. Here with some more Q&A. Because there's quite a lot, I figured I'd better dedicate some time to going through these because people are probably wondering, that fella hasn't even answered my questions yet. So anyway, I'll jump into these. These ones are around some of the conditioning and pack work stuff. These ones have been around for a little while, but there's been a few that have popped up as well. So I've just sort of bunched these in. We'll see how we go for time, and I'll try and rattle off a few of them. So is there a cream, spray, or synthetic product that can toughen your feet for wet or damp conditions? Hey, there probably is, but you're asking the wrong person. I don't know. That's never been something that I've researched. My take is just do the work. Like, it's real simple. It's real basic. I think there's maybe a thought or a feeling that maybe there's some other hacks or secret tips or tricks that people aren't sharing. Like, if there is, I don't know if there's a special cream or a special spray. I've never used it. There's a piece around methylated spirits which I did use for a short period of time until my feet started to dry out too much, and then they started to crack, so I stopped doing that. But it was actually, I felt like it did help harden the feet. That's probably the only thing that I know of. But other than that, no, I don't know of any other tips or tricks in terms of synthetic use products or sprays or creams, other than just be consistent, be disciplined, put the reps in, put the kilometers in, put the hours in, and your feet will harden up. They will become accustomed to it. I still got blisters at the end of the day during trainings. I still get blisters to this day, but they're not, it's just a blister. It's not life and death. So you just get used to it. That's my one on that. Take it or leave it. So next one. Can I skip long distance marches if I do weighted stair climbs or treadmill incline walks instead? Can I skip long distance marches? I guess so. Give it a try. It depends on how long you're going to be doing your weighted stair climbs for, and or your treadmill incline walks. Like, if you're going to be doing those for a few hours at a time, well, that's probably going to be similar to doing a long distance with a pack on. Hey, I suppose, like, seems pretty simple to me. But if your question is, which this question isn't, it just says, can I skip long distance marches if I do weighted stair climbs? I was going to say, if your question was, can I skip doing pack marches, like with your pack on, with your kit and everything on, and just do weighted stair climbs or incline walks instead, like with nothing, or maybe with just a 15 kilo vest or 20 kilo vest or whatever. The 20 kilo vest on the weighted stair climb or incline treadmill walks is probably going to go pretty well for a period of time. But again, the kit and everything that you're going to be using, if you're preparing for selection, which I'm assuming you are, is going to be more than 20 kilos. So yeah, you just want to sort of work that one out, I suppose. But there's a value in terms of getting outside and just sort of spreading across a variety of training methods and techniques when it comes to carrying weights on your back. Like, don't just do step-ups. Don't just do the treadmill. Don't just walk on the flat ground. Don't just walk uphill. Like, there's gravel roads, sealed roads, hills. You got the stairs and step-ups. You got treadmills. You got flat ground. Like, use them all. Use them all to get a bit of an idea of where you're at. That's my recommendation anyway. How are we going for time? That's all good. How much pack marching do I really need to do if I'm already fit from CrossFit or running? Okay. How much pack marching do I really need to do if I'm already fit from CrossFit or running? If you're not preparing for selection or anything like that, or you're not in the military, then I would say you don't need to do any. Like, don't do any, bro. And because you're already fit from CrossFit and running. So if what you do through CrossFit, through running, enables you to do the things that you want to do and enjoy in your life physically and all that sort of stuff, then do you, bro. Like, you don't need to do any pack marching. But if you are preparing for selection, I've already put a video out there, so this question could have come before I did the video where I spoke about my take on the pack marching and only doing 1 or 2 sessions a week. versus doing more, and my take that you need to do more. So if you're preparing for selection, then yeah, you need to put a pack on your back and shoulders, and you need to get out and walk with the pack on, or do step ups, or do those, various terrains that I just spoke about, various sort of training options. If what you do is CrossFit and or you're a personal trainer or you're a runner, then you don't need to do any pack marching. So I'll leave that one there. Hopefully that makes sense. And let's move on to the next one. Are there insoles or special boots that completely prevent blisters during long marches? Hey, if there is, I don't know what they are. I've never heard of them. I don't think I've ever seen any special insoles or special boots that advertise that they can prevent blisters. Probably because they'd be scared of getting sued for false advertising. I don't think there are any shoes or insoles or types of footwear or boots that claim to prevent blisters. So they're just a part of pack marching. They're a part of life, even if you don't do pack marching. So yeah, just learning to get over those. Pop them, drain it out, put some tape on them, and keep moving. Or just give the pack marching or the running a bit of a rest and let them heal up depending on how bad they are for you, and then crack back into some training again down the track. What's the fastest way to condition your shoulders and traps for heavy pack weight? Man, again, I sort of touched on this. I think there's potentially an idea that there is a shortcut to being able to condition your shoulders, your back, your hips, your knees, your legs, your ankles, your mind, with regards to being able to push through and do certain things. So what's the fastest way to condition your shoulders and traps for heavy pack weight? I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's going to progress at different rates regardless. A whole bunch of reasons as to why that may be. It could be your consistency, your discipline with it. It could be some genetics. It could be playing a part and stuff in it as well. It could be just, maybe physically more talented, gifted, stronger than other people. But I would steer away from the thought of how can I achieve this as fast as possible. There probably is a way, but again, seeing as the questions come to me, apologies if my answers aren't helping, but I'm not the person to ask for the fastest way. When I read that question, I look at that and I interpret it as this person is looking for a shortcut. And you may not be, so I apologize if that's not what you meant or intended. Again, this is just how I've interpreted, because that's all that's in the question. There's no other context. So what's the fastest way to condition your shoulders and traps for a heavy pack weight? Sounds like looking for a shortcut. To me, there is no shortcut. You progressively overload, right? So you expose yourself consistently and maintain discipline while you're doing that consistently over an extended period of time, while gradually increasing your weight, and or maybe you increase your weight and your distance, and or maybe you increase your weight, your distance, and your time. Or maybe you just increase one of those things, and you tweak your program and your progression to your needs based on either how you're feeling and or what your goals or objectives are. So if you want to crack out 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers in 3 hours, 15 minutes or 3 hours, then, adjust and program your training with regards to the pack weight appropriately so that you can get closer towards and or so that you can smash that goal. But yeah, there are no shortcuts. I apologize if you didn't intend the question to be as a shortcut. That's just how I've interpreted it. There's no shortcuts. Don't worry about fastest ways. Just worry about consistent, disciplined ways to achieve your end state or your end goal. Where are we? Yeah, I'll look to try to get through. Is it true that soaking your feet, this is the next question, that soaking your feet in methylated spirits or salt water helps prevent blisters? The salt water one, I don't know. Methylated spirits, it was never, when it was explained to me it was never about preventing blisters. It was about just hardening the feet, soaking them, rubbing some methylated spirits on them for a period of time, then letting them dry out, all that sort of stuff. That doing that for a period of time or consistently would help to sort of toughen the skin on the feet. For me, I found that the skin did toughen a bit when I felt it, when I would touch it, but then my feet started to crack, so I stopped doing it. So is it true? I don't think it's true in terms of preventing blisters, but I think there is some truth to it in terms of it being able to help harden your feet. Yeah, but whether or not you want to carry on doing it, like I said, my feet started cracking, so I stopped using it and never used it since. Now, this is the last question for this lot. Are there any hacks to speed up recovery between long pack sessions so I can do them back to back more often? Great question. I don't think this one is looking for a shortcut. I think this one is genuinely looking, how can I recover better? And again, for me and what I did and what worked for me, that's all I can speak to here. There may be other people, sports scientists, people and stuff that can give better answers. But in terms of hacks, like the best hack that I found for me was, I'm sore and I'm tired and I don't particularly feel like doing this training session again. I don't particularly feel like, I just come off a pack session last night. I don't really feel like putting my pack back on this morning and getting out and going again for an hour, this program says, or an hour and a half, or doing step-ups, or getting out on the road. The best hack for me was to get up and just do that, to be consistent, to be disciplined, and what I had programmed for myself of what I thought would work, yeah, this is what I need to do. Because why? Because I knew that selection was going to be day after day after day, back to back to back to back to back, heavy pack work. And if I can't do that for 2 or 3 days or 4 days or 5 days consecutively, spread out over a week, only doing it for an hour up to 3 hours maximum in a particular session with regards to my pack, sometimes a little bit more than 3 hours, but wasn't very often. Sort of anywhere between that 1 to 3 hour range was pretty sweet, especially when you're doing back-to-backs, and sometimes when you're doing 2-a-day pack sessions, then followed by another pack session, then a run or something, and so on through that programming. At least for me, that was the best hack for me personally, and that's what I would share. To speed up recovery was your question, in terms of so that you can do pack sessions between long pack sessions, so you can do them back to back. Did that speed up recovery? I think over time it did for me, because my body, my mind just became accustomed to it. I understood this is part of the process. So that's my only hack. Be consistent with it. Be disciplined. Turn up and do it again the next day. Eat well, get to bed early if you can, depending on what time you finish. Get a massage if that helps, or whatever. Stretch, do all the things that that will hopefully help you feel better physically. But as far as hacks, man, best hack that I can recommend, and that I do recommend to anyone, is just turn up each day and put in that work. Carry the weight, put in the time, cover the distance, do all three, progressively increase, have a bit of a deload, and then just keep following that cycle, and you will see the progress and the gains, which happen over time. It's not going to happen after a month or 2 months, but you stay consistent with it, you're gonna be pretty strong with that pack on. Anyway, that's this session. That's gone well over. That's nearly 15 minutes, but a fair bit to cover in there. I've still got plenty more questions to go through, so I'll probably do another reaction and then come back to some more questions later. But appreciate you all. Appreciate your time. Appreciate those of you that have taken the time to send through the questions and to ask, genuinely ask for some guidance and help. And so just doing the best I can to answer those based on my experience, and not trying to trick you or lull you into a false sense of there's some magic secrets to it. It's just hard work, and turning up. That's what this channel is about. I'm pretty sure I've shared that on the channel trailer. So I'm not going to try to hype things up, not going to try to hide things away. Like, it's hard work done consistently while maintaining discipline and doing the things even when you don't want to do it. So appreciate you once again. Any struggles, trials, challenges that you may be going through, encourage you as always, please keep turning up. You are more capable than you realize. Stay in the fight. Better days are ahead. Okay, remember, go always a little further. Who dares wins. And until the next video, a big mana away from me to you, filled with my idle heart, respect, appreciation, and gratitude for you.